Everybody should know that before I press record, you say the most like fucked up,
That was a good video idea.
and I need to literally press record to stop you from yourself. It's
I thought that
embarrassing.
was a good idea.
It's a hard listen. Sami Zayn's back in the bloodline. War Games is on its way. Is it this month? Or they push it back to December?
November 30th,
Oh,
the
November.
greatest day in the
Yeah.
history of the earth.
I don't know about that. There's Christmas. I'm a big Christmas guy.
Probably a close second.
Thanksgiving's probably better. Black Friday is probably more important than November.
No.
I would argue that like Day is more important.
No.
Um,
Bad.
Columbus Day is bad.
Because Columbus Day, do we want to get into the dark history about Columbus? Or do we want to continue with the video?
I want you to get into the dark history about Columbus.
Columbus didn't discover America.
Is that right?
Yeah, I want to let everyone fucking know that.
Survivor Series, War Games. We just got through Crown Jewel, where Cody beat Gunther,
Great match.
I guess. Yeah. I don't really know what else happened. I know that Solo spiked the fuck out of
Shit
Roman.
match. Cinema, like at the end.
Yeah. Where Solo pinned Roman, which is the correct decision.
Yeah,
You need those guys to seem.
dangerous.
And I love the shot that they got of Roman and with the stage behind him, kind of the very famous Cody shot where Cody lost at Mania and it had Roman behind him, and which mirrored the fucking Cena shot that had The Rock behind him. So I think it's very clever how they all tied this all in together. We all know where this is leading. Like, I think ever since Roman came back, or even, you could even say even further back, like, we knew that at some point it was going to be the original bloodline versus this new bloodline.
Yeah. Then ultimately the ending storyline, like we already know, is both the bloodlines uniting to take down Goldberg once and for all.
And I think that they will need that, because when Goldberg comes back, it will be the biggest hot topic. It's going to be the hottest thing on the market. And if you have a problem with it, you don't know wrestling, and you
Here's
need
the problem.
you need to stop watching. People do love it whenever you talk about Goldberg.
Fuck Goldberg. Okay. Why do we always get on Goldberg? Damn it, man.
Because he's a fantastic, he's the greatest.
Okay, do it. It always was going to go to
stop
the
you there. I don't want to get back to it.
I do. It was always going to be the OG bloodline versus new bloodline, Solo's bloodline. I genuinely think in the last few weeks, Solo has been fucking entertaining. Like, just think he's kind of taken on the role like, they really don't fuck with me. So, like, he's going to joke around and be like, and he's been like kind of a character. And on top of that, like, love Jacob Fatu. He cut an insane promo on SmackDown the other night. And he's just, obviously, he's awesome. Love my boy, Tama Tonga. That's my boy. And then Tonga Loa sucks. But
I feel like it's a meme that he sucks.
yeah, just good.
I feel like if he ended up becoming really good, I feel like that would be disappointing.
We'll say this. Like, they're telling the story of the bloodline and how they're doing it, because it's not like they're automatically like together in terms of like best friends, like that aspect. I really enjoy how they're telling the story of like apologizing, because in his head, they all turned on him.
Yeah.
Realistically, they did, but he manipulated them.
I think that's a good route to go down.
Oh, 100%.
Because you don't want him to not be that tribal chief, head of the table character anymore, because that's just regressing back to what he was before.
Mm-hmm.
You want him to be this ultra confident, larger than life character. It just means that, I mean, kind of the same thing as like when MJF turned into a babyface, he was still a maniacal, he was still kind of dickhead.
Yeah.
He was paying attention to the audience.
How I'm comparing it right now, realistically, is I think it's like, again, it's more, I'm not comparing the people, I'm comparing the storyline, but like Stone Cold. Because like Cole was never a good guy or a straight bad guy, like, and he turned heel with Vince McMahon. But like, he had that whole thing, don't trust anybody, don't be like this. And that's kind of how Roman is now. Like, he doesn't trust anybody. He doesn't trust Jimmy, even when Jimmy's picked him to like with him. But also at the same time, like, really doesn't trust Jay, because in his mind, he doesn't want to admit it, but Jay is like to that level. Do I think Jay is on that level? No, but he's a championship contender. You know what I mean? And then Sammy showed his worth for years. It's just finally he's in the storyline again where he flourished. And again, him as this character is just hilarious.
I like how whenever they finally got back together, it was kind of trying to break them again.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe like probably should have introduced Sammy into it a little bit sooner because it was like week Jay was like, "Yo, Sammy, let's go fight the other bloodline," and Sammy was like, "Fuck that guy!
Yeah.
Like beat me in front of my wife." And then a week later, like, oh, cool. I don't really,
I do think, again, I think, though, it's going to be one of those things in these next few weeks before War Games that you're going to see the cracks.
Yeah.
It's like War Games, too. It's like, at the end of the day, if we talked about where there's a clip going around of Roman saying, like, your fifth member, I'm curious if that fifth member is The Rock for Solo's bloodline. And then I'm not Cody anymore. Cody's in a title match. So
who's he in a title match with? Is it?
It's shit. I'm blanking.
Kevin?
Maybe, but Kevin Owens just sidetracked Randy. Maybe he's in a title match.
We all knew that this was heading towards War Games. It's like best place you could have had it, and then you need the story to be a propeller into WrestleMania. Or at least like the first stepping stone to it. So I think no matter what, Dwayne is in this thing.
Yeah, it comes out at the end, or
if it doesn't pan out that way, I either A was never going to be the plan, or B something horribly went wrong and they just couldn't get him to be there. Because I think that is the best case scenario as this ends and Rock is a part of this in some capacity. With that being said, like, we all knew it was coming here. We just didn't know if it was going to be a 4-man or a 5-man.
And we still don't know for sure.
Yeah, with Roman looking at the camera and saying, "Find your fifth man," I don't think he was supposed to say that. I don't know if that means that it's going to be a fifth man. I have no idea. However, if it is going to be 5 men, it would make the most sense for it to be Roman, Sammy, Jay, Jimmy, and Cody. But even though Cody's in a segment, and then it's a hard ask because you would need The Rock to wrestle in it. And if The Rock's not going to wrestle in it, there's no point in making it a 5-man. But also, The Rock's not going to wrestle. I don't think that The Rock is going to wrestle if it's not WrestleMania, which also sucks.
Well, now, hear me out. What if they just do a 4v4, and then it's like Roman's getting taken out, okay? And basically kill, like, New Bloodline kills the OG Bloodline. And then all of a sudden, like, about to go, like, B4, and he's, like, standing up, whatever. And The Rock's music hits. And The Rock, like, side by side with him. And then turns heel. New Bloodline would get the win. Rock would be the head. Then it's like, you could basically do Roman versus The Rock at Rumble.
Again, I think that's the best case scenario for the ending of Survivor Series. I think The Rock helps the New Bloodline win. I think Roman and Solo are going to have a one-off here, and it will probably be The Rock. I don't see... if The Rock doesn't wrestle at Survivor Series, I don't think he's going to wrestle. I think it would be an incredible kick in the balls if The Rock doesn't do anything with this segment at all, and the rumors are true that he can't wrestle. If he's not wrestling at WrestleMania 41, something went horribly wrong. And, I don't want to waste any more time. I honestly wouldn't even waste any more time on this segment. But it just... we remember a few weeks ago, he fucking showed up at the end of Bad Blood, and we haven't seen him since. He didn't say a word. He just looked at them both, and then he left.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
What was the point of that? That was stupid. And, I think the best case scenario for me, you got to get confirmation if Rock's going to be here or not. It's going to be the 5-man with Rock and Cody. I don't know if that's going to happen, so the next best thing is just do the 4-man and then have The Rock come out. But no matter what, The Rock doesn't come out to this. I feel like...
So I think the 5th member... Oh, fantasy booking here. 5v5. Or actually, no. Fuck it. 4v4. Same thing. Rikishi comes out. And you're thinking, wow, he's going to help the Usos. It's two of his sons compared to one. And he's going to try and change Solo. Then he hits Jimmy and Jay with, stink face together, and he goes, "I did it for The Rock. I did it," and that's when The Rock comes out. Fantasy booking.
Rikishi stink faces both of his kids. Imagine if you're Jimmy and Jay and you're like, oh God, I gotta get my dad's ass in my face. I think it should be a 5v5. I think it should be Rock, Sammy, Jimmy, Jay, and Goldberg. Because I think like segment isn't real unless Goldberg's in it, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
And then
You're next.
yeah. Then see? And then Solo, Tama, Tonga, Jacob Fatu. You can either do Hulk Hogan here, you can do Brock Lesnar here, you could do Rikishi here.
Omos.
Possibilities are endless as long as Goldberg goes over.
The real thing is, no, but in all seriousness, I genuinely think they should do the 4v4 and then just have The Rock come out and turn at the end.
Yeah, I feel like that is...
It's a safe bet. It keeps Cody away out of it now. Like, I think Cody is not in that storyline again until you do Roman versus Cody 3.
Which I don't even know if you're going to do that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, they do it.
I think that you do keep Cody out of this. I mean, like only do the 5-man if Rock can do the 5-man.
Yeah.
If Rock can't do the 5-man, just do the 4. And then, like, no matter what, I think the new bloodline needs to go over. Mm-hmm. Then when we get to the Rumble, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you do at the Rock. Rock.
I think you could do Rock versus Roman because it's the 2-day and they're trying to make that big of a deal out of it.
Forgot it's 2 days.
Mm-hmm. It's like you need a main event. They're not going to do both the Royal Rumbles as main events.
Yeah. Just don't know how it's all going to pan out yet because I still think that the road to the best case scenario for WrestleMania 41 to them is I still think they want to do that triple threat.
I just don't think I think I wouldn't even want to see it. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to see a triple threat between them.
I don't care to see it either. I'm like, if they booked it, I wouldn't be
mad.
I
just want to see a Rock versus Roman.
That's what I want to see too. I just don't know that there's 2 sides of the coin. It's either Rock doesn't want to do it because it doesn't have the title fight in it, or they don't want to book it because they don't think that Rock can wrestle Roman in a solo match for.
But that's where it's like Rock versus Roman doesn't need to be that fucking classic. It just needs to be like.
Yeah, the good news is it could have all the members of the bloodline in it, and that could buy Rock time to rest or whatever, and it could be a 35-minute cinema match. But no matter what, this storyline dies at WrestleMania 41.
Yeah.
Cannot go any further.
You keep saying that, but somehow it does.
No, I kill it. It's done. End this now, before it's too late.
I agree. I think it should end there.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Rock came back, and it was going to be Rock and Roman. You fucked up Cody's thing. And I was like, all right, if you give Cody his goddamn match, I'm willing to, like, that to the side, and Rock can come back next year to do the Roman thing. So then you kind of do the bloodline thing. Luckily, the Rock did with the segment and Cody and the tag match, it all worked out great. But, like, this now, I don't know what you do with any of them after this.
Figure it out.
I don't care, but... Just and like Jay can go back to the tag team division because Jay is not a main event wrestler. Go fuck yourself. He's not.
I like Jay.
Yeet. I don't care.
Yeet. No yeet.
Roman. I don't know what you do. I don't care. Sikoa can't wrestle, so NXT's a good place. Tama and Tongaloa. Hey, tag team division's cool. And Jacob Fatu. Hey, he's awesome. But 205 Live. You know, I don't know what you do with any of these guys after the fact, but I can find places for all of them. I don't know. But I think that first things first, nothing else matters unless Rock is a part of this. Because if he's not, it's just we wasted our whole time. And then if he's like, oh, sorry, guys, I can't do WrestleMania 41, but WrestleMania 42, I'm in. I'm out. I just don't care at that point. And I
agree with you.
I think you have to, no matter what, you have to make it seem like The Rock has been in charge this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
It would be very disappointing if that didn't pan out that way. And then you could have the new bloodline like on The Rock.
I don't think that's how it should go. I think new bloodline, because like they played it off, like how I'm thinking about it is they played it off like said, he's like, we kept Jacob away. We kept these guys away. Like we could have always had them in the bloodline, but like kept them away for a reason. And so I wonder if like the thing, it's like guys are just going to go rogue at some point.
I think that he should be like, I think when The Rock comes back, he should be like, yeah, I'm the head of the table this entire time.
Yeah, I think so too. I do too, but I'm just
And
giving
I
out other
think
things.
that leans right into the Cody thing. I think that leans right into Rock and Roman.
Yeah.
I've orchestrated this entire thing because I'm the shit. And then you can get either be a great match or it'll be like ass. There's really no in between, but you have to do it at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and I think it all ends with Goldberg.
All right, let's end the video.
Goldberg hits a spear on the Rock and then turns around and looks at Roman and goes, "You're next." And then he spears Roman, and then Roman retires, and then the Rock retires, and then the Bloodline segment's done. And then you push Goldberg to Gunther.
Push Goldberg out the fucking door. Tell him.
No, you push him to beat Gunther for the title.
Okay, the fucking video. I'm leaving.
I don't feel like you. Not open-minded.
Okay.